Archangel Michael says, there is something hidden, something unspoken, something that lingers between the lines of love and silence. You may feel it in the quiet moments, in the pauses between words, in the way their eyes sometimes shift away too quickly. But they will never tell you, because the truth is not always meant to be heard. The person you love deeply holds a truth they will never share with you. It is not because they wish to deceive, nor because they enjoy keeping secrets. It is because some truths are too heavy, too bitter, too painful to be spoken aloud. You may believe you know everything about them, that your love is open, honest, and unbreakable. But there are corners of their heart they will never let you see. Not out of malice, not out of distrust, but out of a need to protect what is fragile, what is too delicate to expose. 333, type Amen to receive the blessing. If you look closely, you will notice the signs, the hesitation before they answer, the flicker of sadness in their gaze, the way they turn away when you get too close to the truth. Love is filled with shadows, and in those shadows, the untold truths reside. They love you, but love is never without its hidden depths. You might think you deserve to know everything, that love should have no walls, no secrets, no unspoken words. But love is not so simple. Love is built on trust, and sometimes, trust means accepting what is left unsaid. Archangel Michael says, there are things they bury deep within themselves, things they wish they could say but never will. Maybe they are afraid of how you will see them if you knew. Maybe they fear losing you if the truth came to light. Do not mistake their silence for deception. It is not a lie, but a choice to protect what they cherish most. A choice to keep you safe from the weight of a truth that could change everything. They think they are doing the right thing, that by keeping this truth hidden, they are preserving the love you share. They carry this burden alone, shielding you from the pain they believe would follow. But secrets have a way of lingering, of whispering in the spaces between your conversations, in the quiet of the night when you least expect it. 777, type Amen to embrace divine protection. You may never know what they are hiding. You may never hear the words they choke back, the confessions they silence before they reach their lips. But that does not mean the love is any less real. They love you, and yet, love is not always about full transparency. Love is about understanding, about trust, about faith in what is felt rather than what is spoken. And sometimes, it is about accepting that some truths are not meant to be shared. You can feel it, can't you? That nagging sense that something is being held back, that something exists just beyond your grasp. But the harder you reach for it, the further it slips away. They will never let you know this bitter truth because they believe it is for the best. Archangel Michael says, not all truths bring clarity. Some truths break more than they mend. Some truths are like storms, capable of destroying everything in their wake. They love you too much to let that happen. They love you too much to let you carry the same weight they bear. So they remain silent, even when their heart aches to speak. But silence does not mean absence of love. It does not mean distance or betrayal. It is an act of protection, an act of sacrifice, an act of love in its own complicated way. 999, type Amen to receive divine guidance. There is a war inside them, a battle between what they want to say and what they feel they must keep hidden. They wake up every day with this truth lodged in their chest, heavy, unmoving. They have accepted that this is the price they must pay to keep the love intact. You may never understand why they choose silence over honesty. You may wonder if their love is true if they cannot share everything with you. But love is not about knowing every detail, every thought, every past mistake. Love is about being there, even when the whole truth remains unspoken. They are not keeping this truth from you to hurt you. They are keeping it from you because they believe, in their heart, that it is the only way to keep you close. They would rather suffer alone than risk losing what you share. 222. Type Amen to welcome peace into your life. The world is filled with secrets, with hidden emotions, with things left unsaid. You are not alone in this. Every soul carries something they cannot bear to reveal. This is the nature of love, of human connection, of the delicate balance between truth and protection. They love you more than words can express, but words are not always enough. Words can be dangerous, and sometimes, silence is the only way to hold on to what matters most. So do not chase the shadows, do not force the truth from lips that tremble to keep it inside. Instead, hold on to the love you feel, the moments you share, the connection that exists beyond words. Let love be enough, even when secrets remain. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. They will never let you know this bitter truth. Not because they do not trust you, not because they do not love you, but because they believe love is sometimes best protected in silence. And perhaps, in the grand scheme of things, that is their greatest act of love. But even in silence, love speaks. It speaks in the way they look at you when they think you're not watching. It speaks in the way they hold your hand just a little tighter, as if afraid to let go. You may not hear the truth, but you can feel it in their presence. The weight they carry, the burden they refuse to share, it lingers in the air between you. And deep down, a part of you already knows, even if you do not understand it fully. Some things are better left unspoken, not because they are meant to deceive, but because they would change everything. They have made a choice, a sacrifice, to keep your love safe. And that choice is not easy, but they stand by it. For 44, type Amen to receive angelic blessings. They are not perfect. They have their flaws, their regrets, their mistakes that haunt them. They have lived a life before you, and in that life, there are pieces they cannot bring into this one. Maybe it is something they did. Maybe it is something that was done to them. Maybe it is a pain so deep that even speaking it aloud would make it too real, too unbearable to face. So they remain quiet, swallowing the words that beg to be spoken. Not because they do not love you, but because they love you too much to let you carry their pain. Archangel Michael says, "You may think you need to know everything to love them fully. But love is not about complete knowledge, it is about acceptance. It is about embracing the mystery, trusting in what is unseen, believing in what is felt rather than what is said. You have seen their love in their actions, in the small, unspoken gestures, in the way they choose you every single day. Do not let the absence of words make you question what is already there. Love is a language beyond speech. It is written in the way they stay, in the way they fight for you, in the way they hold on even when the world tries to pull them away. 888, type Amen to attract abundance and love. The world teaches us that honesty is everything, that love should have no secrets, no walls, no hidden corners. But the world does not understand the complexity of the heart, the delicate balance between truth and love. Sometimes, silence is not a lie. It is an act of mercy, an act of selflessness, an act of shielding the ones we love from the weight we bear. They are not keeping this truth to hurt you, they are keeping it to protect you. You may never know what it is they will not say. You may never hear the words they lock away inside. But if you listen closely, if you watch them carefully, you will see the love that speaks even in silence. Archangel Michael says, they are not strong enough to share this truth. They fear the consequences, the way it might change everything between you. They fear the possibility of losing you, of shattering the love they hold so close. So they wake up every day with this burden pressed against their chest. They smile, they laugh, they love you with everything they have, even as this truth lingers in the background. And they pray that the love you share will be enough to keep you together, even if the truth remains hidden. 555. Type Amen to receive divine transformation. You may wonder if they trust you at all. You may question if love can truly exist in the presence of secrets. But trust is not about knowing everything, it is about believing in the connection that words cannot define. Look into their eyes. Feel their presence. See the love that exists beyond words, beyond confessions, beyond the things left unsaid. That love is real. That love is true. That love is worth more than 1,000 spoken truths. They love you. And they will carry this truth for as long as they must, for as long as it means keeping you close. Because in their heart, silence is not a betrayal, it is an act of love. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. They will never let you know this bitter truth. Not because they do not care, but because they care too much. And in the end, love is sometimes measured not by the words we say, but by the ones we choose to keep unspoken. But silence is not easy to bear. It lingers like a shadow, stretching between the two of you, filling the spaces where words should be. They carry this secret with them, and though they try to hide it, you can sense something is left unspoken. You feel it when they hesitate before answering. You see it in the way they avoid certain conversations, in the way they shift their gaze when emotions run too deep. It is not a lack of love, but the weight of something too heavy to be revealed. They do not want to hurt you. They do not want to break the love you share. So they keep this truth buried, locked away where it cannot touch the world you have built together. 111. Type Amen to open the doors to divine wisdom. There are moments when they almost speak. When their lips part as if they are ready to let the words escape. But then fear grips them, and they swallow their confession, choosing silence once again. They have convinced themselves it is for the best. That by keeping this truth hidden, they are protecting you, protecting your love, protecting the future they dream of with you. But secrets have a way of lingering, of whispering in the quiet, of making their presence known even in the absence of words. You may wonder if love can survive without full honesty. If a bond can truly be strong when something is left unsaid. But love is not about perfect clarity, it is about trust, about faith in what you feel rather than what you hear. Archangel Michael says, there will be days when their silence frustrates you. When you feel the presence of the unknown pressing between you, making the love you share feel just out of reach. But love is not about knowing everything, it is about choosing to stay even when you do not have all the answers. They do not love you any less because they keep this truth hidden. If anything, they love you more than you will ever know. Enough to carry this burden alone, enough to shield you from whatever they believe could harm you. But even the strongest love has limits. Even the deepest love can be tested by the weight of the unsaid. And if the silence grows too heavy, if the truth becomes a wall between you instead of a silent protector, they may find themselves standing at a crossroads. 666. Type Amen to bring balance and understanding into your life. One day, they may finally break. The weight of their secret may become too much to bear. And in a moment of vulnerability, the words may spill from their lips, changing everything in an instant. Or they may hold on to it forever, carrying it with them to their final breath. Not out of fear, not out of weakness, but out of an unshakable belief that some truths are best left buried. And you will have to decide, will you demand to know? Will you push them to reveal what they have hidden for so long? Or will you accept that love is not always about understanding everything, but about trusting in what is felt? Archangel Michael says, "Not every love story is built on full transparency. Some are built on silent sacrifices, on quiet devotions, on the things we choose to protect rather than expose." This is not deception, it is a different kind of love, a love that values peace over truth, presence over confession. They will never let you know this bitter truth, but they will love you with everything they have. They will give you their time, their affection, their loyalty. They will choose you over and over again, even if it means carrying this burden alone. And in the end, maybe that is all that truly matters. Not the words left unspoken, not the secrets kept in the dark, but the love that remains unshaken despite them. 000. Type Amen to align yourself with divine energy. You are loved, even in silence. You are cherished, even in the absence of full truth. And no matter what remains hidden, the love you share is real. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. They will never let you know this bitter truth, but they will never stop loving you. And in the quiet, in the spaces between words, their love will always find a way to reach you. But silence has a weight of its own. It lingers in the moments between laughter, in the pauses before good night, in the way they hold you just a second longer than usual. It is the quiet presence of something that cannot be spoken, yet refuses to disappear. They wake up every day with this truth pressed against their heart. They carry it like a shadow, always there, always lurking just beneath the surface. They have mastered the art of hiding it, of burying it so deep that even they sometimes pretend it does not exist. But the truth never truly disappears. It remains, lingering in their thoughts, in their dreams, in the moments when they are alone. And no matter how much they love you, no matter how much they want to give you everything, this one thing they will never share. 999. Type Amen to receive divine guidance. They tell themselves it is for the best. That this truth, if spoken, would change everything between you. That it would shift the foundation of your love, shake the trust you have built, introduce doubts where none existed before. So they remain silent, convincing themselves that love is enough. That actions will speak louder than words. That as long as they show you how much they care, as long as they hold you close, as long as they give you everything else, the truth will never need to be spoken. But love is not that simple. Silence can be its own kind of distance. Even in their devotion, even in their unwavering presence, you can feel something just out of reach. A wall they will never let you break through. A door they will never unlock. Archangel Michael says, there will be times when they almost tell you. When the weight of the secret becomes too much, when the burden of carrying it alone starts to crack their resolve. They will stand before you, heart racing, ready to let the words escape. But then they will stop. They will look into your eyes, and the fear will return, the fear of what might happen if they finally let this truth be known. And just like that, they will swallow the words once more, forcing a smile, pretending nothing was ever about to change. They are not doing this to hurt you. They are not doing this because they do not trust you. They are doing this because they believe, in the depths of their soul, that this truth is one you are better off not knowing. 777, type Amen to embrace divine protection. But even as they try to keep it hidden, even as they lock it away, the truth will continue to whisper. It will creep into their actions, into the way they hesitate, into the way they sometimes seem lost in thought, disconnected from the moment. And maybe, just maybe, one day you will hear that whisper. Maybe you will piece it together, not through their words, but through the things they cannot hide. Maybe you will come to understand what they could never bring themselves to say. And in that moment, you will have to choose: will you confront them? Will you demand the truth they have kept buried for so long? Or will you let it remain in the shadows, accepting that love, in its purest form, sometimes requires us to trust even in the unknown? Archangel Michael says, the hardest love is the love that exists despite secrets. The love that endures despite the presence of something unspoken. The love that stands firm, even when it is built on fragile truths and quiet sacrifices. They love you. That is something you never have to question. They love you in the way they look at you, in the way they reach for your hand, in the way they choose you every single day. And maybe, just maybe, that love is stronger than whatever truth they are keeping inside. Maybe love is not about knowing everything, but about believing in what is felt. 222, type Amen to welcome peace into your life. They will never let you know this bitter truth. Not because they do not care, not because they do not trust you, but because they believe love is sometimes best protected in silence. And so they carry it alone, whispering it only to the night, to the stars, to the empty spaces where no one can hear. They hold you close, hoping their love is enough, hoping their silence does not become a distance too great to bridge. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $50. They will never let you know this bitter truth. But they will love you, fiercely, endlessly, in the only way they know how. Even in silence. Even in the unspoken. Even in the spaces between words.